Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Hub, the show where we like to really dig into the latest happenings in the world of AI. I'm Larry.
I'm Amanda.
And today we are diving deep into something that's been causing a lot of buzz lately.
Oh, yeah.
Meta's big push into generative AI and how it's going to change how we connect with, well, everything. We've got a ton of articles and reports.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because Microsoft just recently announced they're going all in on AI for businesses.
Right.
And now it seems like Meta's kind of doing the same thing, but they're trying to make AI more accessible, you know, like for everyone, not just big companies.
Right. It's like they're saying AI is not just for the big guys, it's for everyone.
Exactly.
And one thing that I find super interesting is their focus on conversational AI. I mean, think about it. Chatbots. They're everywhere.
Oh, they're everywhere, and they're only going to become more prevalent.
Yeah.
The predictions are that the global chatbot market is going to hit almost $19 billion by 2025, which is insane considering it was just over $1 billion in 2020.
Yeah, that's a huge jump.
So yeah, Meta is definitely onto something here.
Okay, but what does that actually look like in practice? I mean, we see those customer service bots all the time.
Right.
But what else?
Well, Meta is rolling out these really creative tools.
Yeah.
One that I thought was really interesting allows users to create stickers just by typing in descriptions.
Oh, how? How does that work?
It's powered by their own language model, Llama 2.
Oh, wow. I've heard of that.
Which is really impressive.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the brains behind all of these new communication features.
So instead of scrolling through emojis forever to find the right one, I could just type in like exhausted cat surrounded by coffee cups and boom.
Exactly.
There's my sticker.
Exactly. And that's just the beginning.
Wow.
They're also bringing this conversational AI to visual tools like some editing features for Instagram and Facebook stories.
Oh, yeah. I read about those.
Yeah.
Restyle and backdrop.
Yeah.
Restyle is all about changing how your photos look, just using text prompts, right?
Uh-huh.
Like I could type in, make this look like a watercolor painting, and it'll just do it.
Yeah, basically.
Backdrop, that's the one that lets you change the background.
Yes. So you could say, like, put me on a tropical beach, and suddenly you're there sipping on a coconut.
That's crazy.
It's like having a whole special effects team right in your phone.
So cool. But it also kind of makes you think,
Yeah.
like, what does all this mean for creativity?
Right.
Is everyone going to be an artist, even if they can't draw?
That's a great question, and I think it's something that Meta is thinking about, too.
Okay.
They're really emphasizing responsible AI development. You know, they're not just releasing these tools without considering the consequences.
That's good to hear because AI is changing so fast
It really is.
that it's good to know that somebody is thinking about what all of this means.
Yeah.
You know, the ethics of it all.
Definitely. And that cautious approach is something we're seeing more of across the AI field.
Yeah.
Because as these technologies become more and more powerful, it's so important to think about responsible development.
Absolutely. All right. So we've got Meta embracing generative AI, focusing on conversational AI and some very cool creative tools. They're also trying to walk that fine line between innovating and being responsible.
Yeah.
So where do you see all of this heading? What's the big picture here?
Well, I think Meta is betting on a future. Well, I think Meta is betting on a future where AI just kind of seamlessly connects us to everything, you know?
To everything.
Information experiences each other. Imagine a world where, like, you don't have to worry about language barriers.
Wow.
Because you have real-time translation built into every interaction.
That would be amazing.
Or where you can instantly create a visual of, like, an idea you have, even if you're not an artist.
It's like they're trying to blur the lines between the physical world and the digital world.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it easier to express ourselves and connect with each other in ways that we haven't even thought of yet.
Exactly. And it's not just about individual expression either. I think this push towards accessible AI could really impact communities.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, imagine like virtual town halls.
Okay. Where people from all over the world can participate.
In real time.
Yeah, regardless of language or location.
That's a great point. We often talk about the downsides of AI, you know?
Right.
But this idea of being able to connect and understand each other globally,
Right.
that's incredibly powerful.
It is. But of course, we can't ignore the risks.
Of course not.
You know, misinformation bias and algorithms.
All the things we worry about.
Exactly. Even the potential for these tools to be misused.
Right. It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, AI is a tool.
Mm-hmm.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Exactly.
It's up to us as a society to make sure that it's being used to benefit everyone.
Yeah, it's a shared responsibility.
For sure.
And it's one that we really can't take lightly. We need to be having these conversations now before it's too late.
Before these technologies are so ingrained in our lives that we can't really change course.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So we've got this really exciting future potential.
Yeah. With all this connectivity, but also we need to be cautious.
Mm-hmm. Responsible development.
Exactly. And Meta seems to be approaching this with a sense of caution, which is reassuring.
Yeah, they're not just throwing this stuff out there and seeing what happens.
It seems like they're really trying to think about the implications.
Yeah. And that's really the key takeaway here, right?
What's up?
As we move into this new era of AI, we need to be having these conversations about ethics and responsibility.
Absolutely. We can't just blindly embrace the new technology without thinking about the potential downsides.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I think it's important to be optimistic.
I agree. We are on the edge of something really transformative.
It really does feel that way.
And if we can navigate the challenges thoughtfully,
right,
AI has the potential to connect us in ways we never could have imagined before. Break down barriers and help people understand each other better.
It's a very exciting time to be alive, watching all of this unfold.
It really is.
And who knows what the future holds.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's only going to get more interesting from here.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, it really does feel like we're just getting started with AI. Like we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg.
Absolutely.
And Meta's push into this, well, it's definitely a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not just talking about changing how we use our phones or our computers.
Right.
They're talking about changing how we interact with the world.
It's a huge vision for sure, and it brings up a lot of questions.
Like what?
Well, how do we make sure that these tools are used ethically?
Right.
How do we deal with bias in the algorithms?
Yeah, these are big questions, and we need to figure out the answers.
We do. We have to think about these things as this technology keeps developing.
Absolutely. It's important to remember, though, that at the end of the day, AI is a tool. Mm-hmm. And any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Exactly.
It all comes down to us.
Right.
It's our responsibility to guide how AI is developed and make sure it's used in a way that helps everyone.
I completely agree. It's a responsibility that we all share.
Yeah.
And we can't ignore it. We need to be having these conversations now.
Now before it's too late.
Exactly. Before these technologies become so much a part of our lives that it's hard to change course.
You're so right. It's been a fascinating conversation.
It has.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Meta's big move into generative AI.
It was my pleasure.
And to all of you listening out there, thanks for tuning in to AI Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive and you want to hear more about the exciting world of AI, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome to the AI Hub, a podcast for AI-driven side hustles designed for IT professionals like you.
From cutting-edge AI tools to practical, no-nonsense tips, each episode brings you closer to turning tech into income.
Tune in to discover smart and sustainable ways to boost your career and income with AI.